Going back to Oriental Beat, tell me about the photo shoot for the album cover, because that's such an iconic image. And for those who are listening and not watching, of course, we're talking about the image with the red and blue paint handprints and the band's faces pressed up against the glass. Whose idea was this? How long did the photo shoot take, and how messy was it to create that?
I think this was all done in the same day or two that we were in this place here in Finland. In Helsinki, we shot the videos for Motivating and Tragedy and Oriental Beat, I think. And it was all like so low budget that it wasn't funny. I mean, all the moving shots on the dolly was done with the guy sitting on a wheelchair, somebody pushing it. You know what I mean? And the cover was done. We knew that we needed a cover for the album, for the new album. And I can't remember who came up with the idea, but it's kind of like, the Stones album cover. Is it true? There's one Stones cover where it's all kind of that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So we kind of played with that and got some paint involved and went primal on it. So,
yeah.
Yeah. It was, I remember them very well.
It's a great image. It makes a great album cover. I'm glad to see that you didn't rework the cover for the reissue of the album, because the upgrade on the Sonics is more than welcome, but I didn't want to see the album cover get messed with.
Oh, it's times may change, but standards must remain.
Yes.
Better keep them with the real thing, man.
What keeps you and Michael together? What is it, the chemistry between you guys? Because you've been together since Hanoi Rocks. And by the way, let me just say congratulations on the last 4 or 5 Michael Monroe records, going all the way back to Sensory Overdrive. I've said it before on this show, and I think you guys have the hottest streak in rock and roll as far as putting out great quality, consistent albums. And in my opinion, some of the best stuff of your career. And that's saying a lot. So, you've been with Michael for Hanoi. You did Demolition 23, Jerusalem Slim, the Michael Monroe Band. What is it about the two of you that works so well?
I don't know. We got married 40 years ago. There it is. I don't know. It's just, we have a good chemistry and things, and we think about making music the same way and much in the same, like making rock and roll. We think about it very much in the same kind of way, and we just get along really well. It's we've been good and all that. I lived in New York, and the connection never really ended. And when we did Demolition 23, it kind of stopped too soon. It ended too soon.
Yeah.
And we kind of thought that when we got back together, Dolls was kind of winding down and kind of leaving the map. And I met up with Michael again in Turku. We played here with the Dolls in Finland. And he came up on stage and blew some sax and harp with us. And then we just hung out all night and just started talking about doing things again and kind of picking up from where we left it off with Demolition 23. And then it turned into this great run, first with Ginger and then with Dragon and then with Rich Jones. And it's just, now it's just a solid package of good rock and roll, and there's great writers in the band, and everybody kind of contributes and all that. So it's a good vibe.
Yeah. For my money, is it 5 records now since Sensory Overdrive, Sensory, Horns and Halos, Blacked Out States, One Man Army, and I Live Too Fast to Die. 5 of the best albums of the last, whatever the math is. Great stuff. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it.